Are you looking to book a solo trip for 2025? Before you book anything, you need to know this. In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 destinations that are perfect for solo travelers. I spent weeks researching locations that met 3 different criteria. Are they generally safe for solo travelers? Do they offer a good blend of history and contemporary experiences? And, well, are they on my personal bucket list of places that I want to visit? One of these places I have booked. Another one of these places I actually already visited last fall, and I have plans to go back this summer. And then there's a third place I might actually go for my birthday. So I think this list is a pretty great list. So once I did the research, I decided to go a step further and actually create a little ebook of all of the destinations that includes a 5-day itinerary, whether or not it's safe for LGBT people, hotels that are recommended, and also restaurants you should eat at. Like, it's a really full, robust thing, but it's also just a good thing to jump off from. So if you're inspired by this video, first give me a like and a thumbs up and a subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And then pop into my description and click on the link so you can download these 5-day itineraries for free. So with that, let's get started. First one up is Auckland, New Zealand. Why? Ranked consistently as one of the safest cities to travel globally. There are tons of things to do. I would recommend taking the ferry, and the best time to visit would be between March and May because that's fall for them. The next place on this list is Tirana, Albania. It's gorgeous. Like a piece of the Mediterranean we've never had a chance to visit before. It has astounding beaches, interesting, rich history, castles, and all sorts of hiking. Great place to visit. You can check out my 5-day itinerary to see what I recommend specifically. Next on my list is Athens, Greece. Not too far away from Tirana, Albania, as the crow flies or whatever. But one of those places where the history is so rich and you've been reading about it for your whole life. Why not go? Why not go? Why not go? Are you compelled to go? Best time to visit would be between April and June, or September, November. So you want to avoid like super hot heat area times, right? Summer. Next on my list is Quebec City, Canada. So if you're like me, you've been watching K-dramas, and if you're like me, you're a little bit late to the game, so you very recently have watched Goblin, which a lot of it was filmed in Quebec City. That's a real place where real things happened. That hotel is real, for instance, and you could actually go stay at that hotel, which is amazing, and I would recommend that. I wish I could get to it this year. I probably won't. I think it's a really beautiful place, especially during the fall. Next on the list, my heart's devotion, Puerto Rico. So if you're a United States citizen, you do not need a passport to travel to this place, and this is the only place on this list where you won't need a passport. What do you want to do there? Whatever you want to, it's an island. It's got beaches. It's got hiking. It's got shopping. It's got beaches. It's got a whole nightlife. It's very gay friendly. Gorgeous place. Avoid going kind of during the winter, like starting in September through December, because that's when hurricanes are happening. And they've been hit a couple times recently. So always be careful with that. But, super friendly place, gorgeous beaches, heart's devotion. Yeah, I recommend it. I recommend Puerto Rico. If I don't go to the other place on this list, I'm thinking I might go to this place for my birthday. What do you think I should do? Should I go to Puerto Rico? Or should I go to the next place on the list, which is Lisbon, Portugal? Lisbon, Portugal is next on the list. I chose this place because it is rich with history and architecture, and it's another one of incredibly safe countries for solo visitors and tourists in general. There's really no bad time to visit, but if you want to go to certain festivals, I highly recommend that you look at their tourism website to find out when those happen so you can book your trip accordingly. So this next place on my list is the one that I have booked but have not visited yet, and that is Dublin, Ireland. It's another very safe city to visit. If this is your first time traveling solo, I think visiting a country where English is an official language is a really smart idea, assuming that English is also your first language. But even if it is your second language, at least you'll be comfortable, right? Theoretically. Ireland is rich with its own history and mythology. I studied a lot of Irish mythology when I was younger, and I'm really excited to explore. I also want to see these cliffs from movies that I watched. Game of Thrones has a studio there. They did a lot of filming there. So if you're into that, you can go visit. I'm going in late winter. I don't think you can call it spring. It's still winter. I'm going in the winter. So probably not the best time to go. It's probably more recommended to go in spring, early summer, or fall, because it's going to be cold and wet and dreary pretty much the whole time I'm there. But I'm from Oregon, so I know all about that. Finally, the last place on my list, the place of my heart, my soul, is Seoul, South Korea. I was there this past October for 3 weeks. I got to watch J-Hope come home. I got to watch crazy stuff go down with Yoongi. I got to visit in the soup house. I got to dress up in hanbok. I got to do all these things. I got to visit all these sites of all these K-dramas that I've watched over the last couple of years. It was amazing. I'm going back in June. Why? Because the rest of BTS is getting out and I want to watch it. I want to be there when it happens. I want to go to Festa. So that's my plan. June is not the recommended time to go to Seoul. It's usually recommended to go in the spring so you can see the cherry blossoms, or in the fall when it's not quite as hot and humid and the weather isn't gross. That is my list. I hope this was super enjoyable for you. If you're interested in any of these places, highly recommend that you check out the 5-day itineraries that I have made for them. And if you have any questions for me, let me know. But remember, leave a comment below. Should I go to Puerto Rico or Portugal for my birthday this year? Leave me a comment and let me know. If you like this, make sure that you subscribe so you can get more content like this. Yeah, do it. I dare you. All right, bye.